Okay, I'm gonna talk to her.
Good.
Hi, what happened to your neck?
Laura, fellow?
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Well, what a freaking waste.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it.
Staring is not an answer,
You
you
don't
know.
just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
We can see the portrait, you dumb.
Was this something you had planned to do ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried. Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen... Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
Why is the window open?
Yeah, she's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
And I guess this option is locked. Although we can talk about
maybe
other...
there's like a secret word to like
Were you close with
open it
Freya?
up or something.
How are you two related?
That's too good.
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire.
What? I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
What about...
Anything we should know? Any hobbies besides staring out the window?
Nope. These things. Tower. Case file. Why are we showing you that? Yeah. The statue.
Like here.
Tape. This thing.
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
No. No. This.
Is this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
No, this is fruitless, but, you know...
Flora, this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
It's missing the yolk.
Oh, jeez. You know what? Okay, we're done. Bye. Let's go somewhere else. Let's just go all floor by floor. A guy.
Flora.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Cool. Puzzle.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
Oh, am I supposed to figure out what location this is?
Oh boy. Oh. I guess we could. What they could. Oh. Okay.
I don't know why it has to be 3 digits
Are
though.
we marking like? Are we marking like what the X is?
That's what I was wondering.
Are those the places, or is it like in between those? No, you are standing on the X.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the direction I'm facing.
north.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map for clues? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
Okay, it wasn't N.
What? How? Not it. Oh, it could be the other direction.
Still locked.
I think like there
No, as
different
in,
versions.
as in like a different place on the map, but you're looking like south or east or west.
Crap!
Because it looks like the tree is farther away,
You're right. Okay, hang on.
so it should be like.
Yeah, I was focusing on this area because it worked perfectly, but you're right. It could be this. What if it was H6 west?
There we go.
Yep.
Perfect. What was in the box?
More wooden models.
I didn't know there were any wooden models.
These are a little different to the one.
I guess these. Okay. Hi.
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need
Not
to ask
us.
you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Gently speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, you didn't just give up all of everything. No.
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer / treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long.
We saw you sitting there for like several minutes.
Winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here.
Ah, right. Nasty business.
Oh, glad you forgot.
Unfortunate.
Like, no,
I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. Well, I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
Really? nothing.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course.
How the hang on.
Everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
For what? But, okay. So how did...
But how are we supposed to remember, like, all of these people?
I don't know, I guess they'll look different, but... First things, how did Poppy go down the stairs and then somehow get back up? Like, when did she get back up? I guess there was
Oh, that's so true.
That's a small time frame, but not really.
She came in through the window.
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
Weird.
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Good.
Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman. Yes. Been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
On a Christ.
Well, yes, other people, you know.
Okay. That's the people. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff already.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, is less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
Do you hear this guy making noises after like every sentence? Like, I'm saying a sentence.
Yeah.
Phew, it is tiring.
What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Wait. Or maybe I'm crazy. Was that? Obviously, we remember nothing from the first game, but the name Remington.
Oh, freak.
Is that the monster from the first game?
Oh my gosh.
Is that Boggy? I don't know anymore.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Oh.
It would have been a beautiful painting.
It still kind of is.
Shame Freya was unable to finish it.
What's left to oh, the right side.
Seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes.
What is it?
To say exactly what we're looking
Is it a dildo? No, who knows?
like her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes, so we shall.
Good.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
Flora
No, the
right
name
far,
literally was
that old
Remington.
thing.
Wow. Okay.
Poor shape.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do.
Dang, why are you so unhelpful, dude?
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Okay, all the tapes belong to Poppy. Fine.
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
But it's in an egg. Like,
So I need to put my life into a ceramic egg.
Ah, you
So
found it.
no one will laugh
What,
at it.
okay.
what do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course.
The giraffe. Okay.
By all her favorite people.
The chicken.
Oh, the giraffe. It does look like Flora. The cat.
Yeah. Except that's Felix. That may be Freya, and yeah, it's a chicken. I don't know. What else?
Or fish?
Yes. It's also a lamp, for some reason.
Oh, what's this?
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
It's awful. It's terrible. The worst thing I've ever seen. 1 out of 5 stars.
A hammock. It's kind of worn out.
I would politely describe it as lived in.
Shelf junk.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of useful things.
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he do?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears at the end of your bed in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Yeah, it's getting creepier.
locked.
Oh. Annoying. I'll just go here. Oh, that was convenient.
Oh.
What the frick is this?
That painting is really something.
Looks apocalyptic.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Frey enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on.
Absolutely.
There's a smaller version down by the floor.
Oh.
It's a photograph.
Oh. Okay.
Painting supplies.
This too?
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
So it's a jigsaw, but also.
Yeah, so it's a two-piecer. I gotta do this. I have one step and then I have a second step. Oh, it's not.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That looks like it's coming along.
Oh,
Oh wait, these are. I literally just put these on the wrong sides, didn't I?
maybe.
I think I did.
Yes, you did.
I did.
You totally did.
So that means. So we'll just read it from this part to this part. So it's smallest to biggest. And then it's blank, green, blank. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I get it. There's a small one here, and a small one is the leftmost one. So it's got to be this. No, it doesn't. Could be this.
Why am I still confused?
So here's how this works. This top row is size. The second row is paint. The third row is shape. And the bottom row is handle.
Oh, so it's like those word puzzles that are like, oh, like it gives you clues, but it doesn't actually. You have to think.
Yeah. Yeah, so the smallest one is first, and it has a orange handle. So this has to be the first one. I'm pretty confident in that. The second one is, we know it's green, and that's it. Great. Oh, the third one we know it's, oh, it's this
It
shape.
has to be that one.
Yeah. No.
It's in the right place. Because it's the fan, and it has to be pink, right?
But it could be that.
Oh,
In fact, it might be that.
okay. The next one is blue. Yeah. The one after. Yeah.
That might be it.
There we go.
Cool.
Perfect. What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
Another one. So that's Freya, probably.
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate.
Oh,
Freya's
it's a
bed.
clue.
Ah!
A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
This is a box.
It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
I do not know what that is.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Oh. Great. So they're everywhere.
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
Not gonna mention it? Okay.
Just little
Who has a
trinkets.
pet?
Let's leave them alone.
Well, paw
It's a
print,
fish, I think.
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
dolphin.
Yeah, well, I think we got what we need from here for right now. Next. Hi. Hang on.
Are the
It's
chicken
an illustrated book about birds.
It's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Can we take a page?
Or it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
This is a ink dip.
Ink dip. Oh, you know what?
What?
The feather looks like the knife in the picture.
Fricking hell.
So like, it was a bird. She was holding the feather. Probably.
Damn it. But it was still blood tipped. For what reason we do not know.
Yeah.
Is that a snow globe?
Of sorts.
A puzzle?
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower.
Oh.
There's a lake and those weird mountains. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
Anything else?
Hey, look
Wait,
at
so
that.
it's like, how do you get in?
It's a model of Tangle Tower. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing...
Well, I don't know if there's anything else.
How the heck did we get into this if it's literally like surrounded by essentially a cracked eggshell?
We're just that good.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk...
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis
What?
about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Beefy fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
How does your face work?
Right?
That is a mystery that I want to solve now.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Oh, too late. Crap.
See, you said you were a micro something or other.
Microbiologist.
Biology.
But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I
Bill
have
Nye?
an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic.
Like everyone.
One at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing. Can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi.
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh,
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is. Whatever. This.
The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room.
Crap.
Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Okay. Well. Anything suspicious yet?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Besides the fact that we have to freaking talk to Poppy because of
Yeah, we'll need to talk to Poppy, but.
that
Name,
stuff.
Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased.
Thanks.
Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became, 1, increasingly independent, and 2, increasingly isolated.
You know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
Okay.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
Name, Fiona Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes, kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly 1 grandparent.
Okay.
I will still not.
Did we have like a picture?
Oh, I wish we did.
We don't. We somehow are unable to take pictures of things and carry them with us.
We had a stealth phone.
Great.
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No? Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the 2 possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct.
Oh, jeez.
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't
wow.
she your mother? How do you not know
Wow.
anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Okay, the more I talk, the more we go through this conversation, the more I know that Fifi is, I think, both of our spirit animals, and that's all there's to it.
Yeah.
So if she killed anybody, that would be a shame.
What is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family.
Oh,
This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
holy crap.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
Oh, thanks for not telling us who her is. Yeah, great.
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Yeah,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
that'd be fantastic though, and except for the person getting stabbed.
The statue itself
I know, I'm
does
like,
not
how
interest
deep?
me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the heart. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
Eventually.
This belongs to Poppy.
Maybe.
In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right, but why?
I do not know why.
This?
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed a test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course,
Yeah. What?
Duh.
It's obvious.
the red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
Do not know the answer.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
Holy hell.
A whole pot full
Oh.
of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
What's going on here?
Home belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Really?
Okay. That was quick.
Is she laughing?
Wait. What? I just showed you the cracked tape. What? I don't get it.
It was funny.
Okay.
Belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs. It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya? A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how you create red.
Blood.
Red's just kind of like a default color, you know.
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
Was that Poppy?
I bet.
Ooh.
You know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Okay.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Oh, cool.
Can't wait.
Oh,
Let's do that. Really quick.
gotcha.
Anything obvious?
There's something about Felix's painting supplies. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Oh.
Wait. What? I just came here.
Why are all these things happening?
Okay, let's go do that!
Okay.
Frick!
There's something about
Ah!
Oh no.
something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
No! Okay, I'm gonna put my foot down.
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
Ew.
Not your.
I didn't see. That was what I was gonna go for.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
We can do that, can't we? These, as compared to... Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Because
Let's
it's
take a closer
different.
look at this.
Well, the red looks different. Yes.
Ooh, wait.
Different color, different label.
I'm gonna do the labels, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. There.
Freya's red paint pot
There you go.
was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
Nice.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
Was somehow filled with blood. Yeah.
Nice.
Pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Wow, we're on a roll.
Whoop.
That's definitely something. Right, fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday.
Oh.
I needed red to paint the final detail.
The stupid chicken thing.
I've just used a different color.
No, it's that
Good
bird.
question.
Freaking
It
book.
had to be red.
Oh,
If you managed
it's still a stupid chicken thing.
why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Okay. Really last thing for the episode then. You're suspicious.
It should be a quick answer.
So,
Yeah.
this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
You already figured it out, and I appreciate it.
But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
It's not a knife.
Done.
We need a clue to compare with the painting.
We can do that.
Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
Yeah, can we see the book?
Let's take a closer
Yeah.
look at this.
No, on the side.
Ah, thank you.
Just there. Yeah.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink-dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white.
Oh, we can. Oh,
Anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
yep.
Yeah.
This little thing? I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
Ooh, wait.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The ink
Oh, cool.
was Flora's
Oh.
pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And
That was
I-
her loss.
Maybe it flew away.
That's
Crap.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important.
Where'd the feather go?
All right.
Oh.
So she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah.
Maybe in the egg?
She does. Normally. This
but
is
the
where
egg was
Flora
empty.
usually keeps her feather.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do that right now.
Oh, yeah. You're so right. It is the
But we opened it. It's empty.
Completely empty.
But it shouldn't be.
Flora? She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not. Wait. There's something tucked inside this one.
Aw. Aw.
Oh, the little chick.
Is that all we get for right? I think that's all we get for right now.
Shucks.
Well, I think we can take her out of the picture and him out of the picture and probably... Oh, wait. Phoebe's not out of the picture yet, but...
I would say he's kind of pretty much.
Well, okay. We'll come back here for next time.
Okay.